So you don't have any time to posh. I get it. So today I'm going to share with you 3 different things that you could do when you don't have a lot of time to use the Poshmark application. I'm going to talk about the 30-minute method and 2 other really quick things that you could do when you are pressed for time. So if this is your first video and you don't know me, my name is Karen with the Thrifty Flamingo. If you are returning, welcome back. I don't have a lot of time, I'll tell you what. I'm moving in a week and a half, and Thanksgiving is in less than a week. So I decided to make this video for everybody to help you guys, especially during the holiday season where we have a lot of other things going on and we just don't have all this time to sit down on the Poshmark application and do all this networking and sharing, and we just don't have time. The first method I'm going to talk to you about is called the 30-minute method. I learned about this in the Poshmark Analytics Facebook group. We'll get to that later. It's kind of in the name. It takes about 30 minutes to accomplish, and you get a lot done. So I'm going to go and show you step for step how to do it. I'm not going to do 30 minutes worth of it because that would be a very long video, but I'm going to show you each and every step. So step number 1 is to share 30 items by editing your listing. I like to call it the edit next tap. I know, right? I didn't know there was actually a name for it, but when I'm doing it, you hit edit, next, list, and back out. So your stylus goes edit next tap, edit next tap. And so I didn't know there was an actual name for it until I joined the analytics group. So you're going to share 30 of your items, not your whole closet, unless your whole closet is 30 items. So if it's during a party time, you're going to share 30 items that are party specific. If you have 30 items that are party specific. If you don't, or it's not party time, pick and choose 30 items. You could just share the top 30 items. You could share the bottom 30 items. This is on you. So edit next tap, 30 items. I'm just going to do a few of them. So you open up, top right corner, edit, next, tap the list, and then over to the left, you back out. Open, edit, next, list, back out. You do that for 30 items. Now, not involving the 30-minute, pro tip. I am on a tablet right now. I'm on an iPad. So for efficiency and sharing quickly, if you have your tablet in landscape mode, you could get 4 items across each row. So if you set it up to have it look like this, you can actually share 12 items without having to scroll. You would open your bottom right, edit next, tap, and you would do that all through the bottom. So this is a time saver too. And then your middle row is very easy because you just hit the share button. Share, and then share. And then when you're done with the middle row, you can see that even though you can't see the full listing above it, you can't see that, you could still see the share buttons. So you can share 12 items without having to scroll. Whereas if it was like this, without it being kind of in the middle, that's only 8. And then if you turn it, regular, not landscape, you can share only 6 items, or if you kind of do it the same way, that's only 9. So by having it landscape and kind of off-centered like that, you could share 12 without having to scroll. So for those of you with larger closets that are not on a computer, because you can share faster on a computer, that's a quick way to kind of get through all of your listings. So now you're done editing, sharing 30 items. Now you're going to list 3 items. What do you do if you don't have 3 items to list? you're gonna pick 3 of your items that have gone stale, don't get a lot of action, and have kind of been sitting in your closet, and you're going to relist them. You can even do a combination of both. You know, if you have, say, 1 item you can list the 1 item and relist 2. Make it 3 items that are going to be listed. Now that you're done listing 3 items, you're going to follow all of your followers. Okay, not all of them. So they all don't load if you have an extensive amount of followers. I believe it's only about 1,000 of them load. So you're going to go to your closet and you're gonna hit followers and you're going to follow every single one that loads up for about a minute. You're just gonna go boom, 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 all the way down the line. Turn anything blue into following, and you're going to follow your followers. So go to your followers and you're going to click it, and with your finger or your handy dandy stylus, you're going to turn those blues into followings for about a minute. Now occasionally that may happen. What I do when, it doesn't quite click and it opens, I'll share 2, maybe 3 things. And then I will follow. That's just what I do. You don't want the algorithm thinking you're a bot either by doing like so much activity all at once. The good thing about the 30-minute method is it's just enough activity without flagging you for being unnaturally fast at it like a bot would be. Because we are not that fast. Next step is you're going to go follow new and fresh closets. You can do either all just brand new closets or fresh closets. I like to do a minute of each, and just kind of tab over so I get a little mix of both. So you go to your feed, bottom left, and then the top left corner, the little person with the plus, and then you go to the second grouping and the last. It says new people. And at the top you see fresh closets and just joined. So I'll go to just joined and I will follow. I do that for a minute. And then I go to fresh closets and I do that for a minute. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to welcome 10 new Poshmark closets. I have a preset message that I keep in my notes, so I'm able to copy and paste, welcoming somebody to the app, telling them if they have any questions or queries, just tag me at this, this is my closet name. And you don't want to promote your closet. You don't want to say, hey, come look at my closet. I have all these items. Come buy from me. Welcome. You don't want to spam the person. That is a turn off. You want to come off as, hey, welcome. You're new. I'm not. Let me help you through this. You got any questions? Cool. So do that to 10 closets. So I'm going to go copy my little welcome note. Remember, don't make one that's spammy. We don't want spam. And then we go back over to the feed. I'm going to go back to get a fresh list. Just joined. And you open it up. Meet your Posh or Reuben. I do like to do the tag though. Paste. Hello. Follow. Post. Hello. Follow. And I think you see what I'm doing here. And follow. Do that for 10 people. Simple as that. I'll do one more. After all of this and the 30 minutes are almost up, you're going to go to your activity feed and you're going to share back any activity. You know, Posh Love. The more followers that you have, the more activity you're going to acquire in this 30 minutes. So sometimes you're going to have to pick and choose. You know, if you see that one individual has shared 10 of your items, definitely share some of theirs. If you might have to pick and choose. If you have enough activity that you could keep up with it, and share for share, anything like that, follow for follow, share back the Posh Love. And that is the 30-minute method. So in the beginning, I mentioned the Analytics Sandbox. It is a Facebook group. You have to join, you have to request to join, and it's kind of like the prequel to the analytics group. You have to get through the sandbox in order to have access to the full group. So I think it's a 3-day trial. You have to kind of do the 30-minute method for a couple days. It's worth it, it's definitely worth it, especially since it's the time of year you guys aren't going to have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time. You see this? What's that shirt? Messy hair, don't care. Yeah, I'm going to be done with this, and I'm going to go start painting one of the rooms in my new house. So I don't have much time. I'm going to be done doing this, and I'm going to do my own 30-minute method and start painting. So since I do Poshmark full time, I can't really afford to miss so much activity, and that's where the 30-minute method really does help. The next thing is something that you could do if you have even less time. Now, you should be sharing your entire closet at least 3 times a day. And I know that can get a little overwhelming, but if you have a little extra time after you're done doing a group of shares of your closet, one thing I like to do is, I call it brand targeting and target following. So if I just listed, for example, I listed quite a few size 28, 29 Madewell jeans in the past week. So targeting brands. I go, and it's kind of like doing a backwards comp. I go and I look for sold listings in that size, in that brand, and I pull up Madewell jeans size 29 sold, and I follow every single person that has liked a sold listing. This could mean that they were a potential buyer. We don't know who bought that listing. It could also mean that listing was bought before those people that had liked it went and, purchased it themselves. So people that had liked that item are that size and obviously like that brand. So I do that when I have a couple extra minutes, especially if I'm getting certain brands in, like a lot of J brand, or, a lot of, I Madewell. I was literally doing that this morning. So target brand following. That is definitely something you could do with not a lot of time. So all you would go to shop and Madewell Skinnies, and then you would go over to availability, click sold, deselect my size, select category for certain size, hit jeans, and I have a lot of 28s and 29s. So this is a sold listing, size 28. It has 11 others that followed it, and I'm going to follow the people that have liked this listing. You could do a handful of them. You could do very specific if you want to do a specific, wash that, you have, or, just saying skinny jeans is kind of general. I'm just showing you a general one, but you could get very specific with it. You could do like the skinny. Oh, this is very specific. This is like a colored one, like salmon colored. So yeah, you can definitely follow people that like the brands that you're listing in your closet, and the sizes that you're listing in your closet. The last thing that you can do is you can target Primo followers. And I noticed in the Poshmark analytics group, some other girl made a post on this is what she does. And I was like, oh, good, I'm not the only one. So you're going to go to the Posh Ambassador wheel. It used to be the suggested user wheel. Or if you know of certain Posh ambassadors, and you're going to click on an ambassador's page, and you're going to follow who they follow, not their followers. So you kind of want to target Posh ambassadors that have a big group of following. You know, maybe they have 80,000 people following them and they are following 30,000. You have to think, okay, well, why are they only following 30,000 instead of 80,000? You know, so this makes sense that, you know, they have been doing the app for so long, so they're probably following a lot of the people that have made purchases from them, a lot of people that show them Posh love, and their PFF. So quality followers. Now, there are people that just go on mass followings. You know, I kind of just showed you how to do a mass following. So I kind of think that this is a way to get Primo followers. And it doesn't take much time. You could do this till your heart is content. You could go into the Posh, you know, the ambassador wheel, open up somebody, open up, you know, who they're following, and choose 10 people, open up 10 people, follow them, share a couple items from each page. Because you want that person that you just followed to know, hey, I'm serious with showing the Posh love. So you don't want to just go on a mass following spree like you do with the 30-minute method. You want to kind of open up the closet of that person and do a few shares. How many is up to you. Remember, this is all about saving some time and not having a lot of time. So, you know, sharing is a little easier on the computer, or in my opinion, on a tablet than on the phone. So that's up to you how much you share those. So Primo followers, that can't be a bad thing. Now, before I started YouTube, I started blogging. I had made one blog post and I was like, I'm not a writer. I'm definitely not a writer. And then I discovered this amazing outlet. So I still have that blog open, and I just had this like light bulb go off. Since I just introduced you to the 30-minute method, and you know, that's quite a few different steps that you kind of have to remember. I'm going to put it on the blog so you can access the picture and the steps at any given time. I also made a video about, you know, how I do closet clear out and how I do my price drops. I'm going to eventually make a, you know, step for step how to do it so you don't have to memorize it all. And I'm going to put that in the blog. So I guess that failed blog attempt comes in pretty handy. I'm going to leave a link for it down in the description. Don't expect so much activity on it, you know, but it's definitely there to reference like the 30-minute method or anything that is going to involve having steps. I'll put it up there. It's actually called the Flock of Thrifty Flamingos. Go figure. I really hope that this has taught you, you know, how to save some time networking on Poshmark. If it has, definitely give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. If this is your first video, I would also love it if you join the flock and hit subscribe. I do make videos weekly. Maybe next time we might be in a new location. Maybe you guys get to see my new studio someday. Woo! Time to get painting. Woo! I'll talk to you guys later.